Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Ransford Ronaldo, the founder and CEO of Down Money Media. We're going to chat to him today, get to know him and his company a little bit, and have a good time. So thank you so much for joining us, Ransford. Thank you for taking the time. I know it's busy. I
No,
appreciate you taking the time to join us.
thank you. Thank you for wanting to interview me.
Awesome, awesome. How are you feeling? How are you doing? It's holiday season, you know?
Good. Very good. Very good. Enjoying it.
Mhm.
We got a little one, so he's
Oh,
just soaking up all the Christmas spirit.
yes.
Um, it's a very interesting time for us. This is the first time he's realized that Christmas is happening.
Yeah, okay,
So
okay.
everything's new.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun. You get to experience it too. Like it's like your
Yeah.
first time as well. So that's really nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's interesting. It's like when you really see like a person experience like lights and wrapping paper and
Mhm.
Santa and all the things, it's kind of mind blowing. That's where we all come from. But new
Yeah.
parent stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Cool. So then yeah, let's get into it. What do you guys do at Down Money Media?
Yes. So Down Money Media, we are a media company
Mhm.
and we specialize in services that you need to run a real estate business.
Okay.
So that's anything from content creation to marketing, brand building,
Mhm.
printing services, you name it, we
Yeah.
probably do it.
Okay.
I think the better question would be what do we
Don't
what
you
we
do?
don't do.
I love that. Okay, cool. So then you specialize in real estate only. Is that the case?
Yes, real estate only. That's like
Okay.
our space that we love to play in.
Yeah. It's nice to have a niche. At least you know that like the whole jack of all trades thing. Like you know you're doing it right because you got a nice niche going for you.
Exactly. And it's what we do is needed.
Hmm.
The real estate industry really hasn't had a lot of innovation over the years. It's
Hmm.
stayed pretty stagnant.
Yeah.
So it's about time, right? It's about time for some change, something different.
Definitely, definitely. I always say I love disruptors. So if you're coming with something new and fresh, like do it.
Exactly. That's always the thing.
Awesome. So then how did you and why did you start Down Money Media?
Yeah. Well, that's a question, right? Um,
Yeah.
so why did I start Down Money Media?
Hmm.
Um, necessity was really the big thing.
Hmm.
So you have personal necessity, looking at where my trajectory was life wise,
Yeah.
you know, around the time when the concept was really forming was when my son was born. And like any parent, you just kind of get that oh crap moment.
Yep.
Like we got a person coming and what are you going to
Uh-huh.
do? And really start thinking about where you're going, what's your objective,
Yeah.
how are you going to build something for this person on the way.
Yeah.
So that's really what kind of drove me to create Down Money Media.
Yeah.
I've always been a creative,
Okay.
so doing something creatively with businesses and service just
Mhm.
made a lot of sense and
Yeah.
just kind of aligned. I really never cared about the medium.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of like my reasoning behind it. And then
Mm.
I've recently got my real estate license,
Okay.
and I was wearing a lot of hats at that time, just an
Yeah.
insane amount of hats. Doing social media,
Mm.
trying to prospect, trying to network, um, trying to keep up with paperwork and regulations,
Yeah.
and just realizing that real estate professionals they need help and
Yeah.
that we could provide that.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. I don't know much about the real estate industry. I'm gonna be, brutally honest.
Hmm.
But but I do understand that like the concept behind it is crazy because like selling a house or buying a house is such a process. I'm
Yeah,
sure like it must be so stressful dealing with multiple families all the time and all these houses and all these processes, and there's transfers and there's mortgages, and it's just that's a lot for one person to handle.
exactly, exactly. And a lot of real estate professionals, they get into the business not really understanding the full
Mm,
back.
yeah.
And when you start, you do need help because at the end of the day, you can make money selling to friends and family, but
Mm.
you really make money when you understand that you need to sell to the general public.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Awesome. Okay, so what is the what's the long-term vision for Down Money Media? What's the end goal?
Yes, yes, the end goal. So we really want to be the largest real estate media outlet in the
Mm-hmm.
world. Um, that's like the long, long vision, but really just provide value.
Yeah.
Continue to figure out more ways to provide value to the real estate industry and real estate professionals and
Yeah.
become that go to place. When you get your real estate license, you have the real estate association, right? Like, we want to be in a space where when you get your license, you go to the real estate association and
Mm-hmm.
then you call Down Money Media.
Got it. You want to be there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And oh, I've forgotten the question I was just going to ask you. It's gone. All right, we'll get back to that. Sorry. So
No
then what are some
worries.
of the challenges that you guys are facing at Down Money Media at the moment?
Yeah. So I think the largest challenge is educating the market
Mm,
on this kind of new way of dealing with real estate.
yeah.
So the entire concept of Down Money Media um, really made a lot more sense in 2020.
Okay.
So in 2020, obviously, that's the pandemic. Everybody's kind
Yeah.
of locked inside,
Mm,
and real estate was still transacting.
mm,
So people started getting really creative with virtual walkthroughs, really
mm,
maximizing their digital brand through social
yeah.
media, websites, all the things, right? Um, and then after 2020, people started trying to make switches back, but we're never going to go back to that world.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and I just having this conversation with you
Yeah.
being in South Africa and me being in the US
Mm-hmm.
kind of shows we're never going back to that world. So
Yeah.
that's really the biggest thing, like educating real estate professionals that you need to have a strong digital brand.
Mm-hmm.
On average, real estate professionals change brokerages or essentially where they hang their hat every 4 years. So the
Oh,
only thing you really take with you is that brand. And
yeah.
that's the thing that's going to attract clients,
Yeah.
leads,
Yeah.
um, really allow you to be successful in the industry.
Yeah.
Um, and then like the biggest thing is you see just so many trends now of obviously work from home. That's a big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But I think right now we're going through like this market shift in the real
Definitely.
estate industry where real estate professionals didn't really have to do much before to sell houses.
Mm.
You can talk to any real estate professional and they'll tell you the market's going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Um, and your house is really worth, or your real estate is really worth what someone's willing to pay for it on that day. And
Mm.
that used to happen locally. But now you have someone in Chicago buying in Philadelphia, or you
Wow.
have someone in Philadelphia buying in Florida.
Yeah.
Um, Now someone in Florida is competing with someone in New York.
Yeah.
It's just this new age competition in the real estate industry. And the other change of that is that now areas that used to see a lot of traction because it was local,
Mm.
now aren't seeing the same amount of traction because those buyers are now going elsewhere to
Elsewhere.
look and
Yeah.
boosting the competition over there.
Yeah.
So, it's really educating folks on these type of changes and that we're
Yeah.
never going back. So, needing that digital brand and being able to advertise and having a company that really does these things for like your specific industry is like the best
Yeah.
way to go.
Of course, of course. Thank you. That reminds me, my question, it leads on to it perfectly, actually. So
Nice.
you mentioned that real estate changes a broker every 4 years on average. Does that mean that you're catering to the real estate like person or like businesses?
So both.
Okay.
Whether you're a boutique brokerage, a large brokerage, the
Yeah.
individual person, a
Yeah.
developer, it's just everybody in the real estate space as a whole
Yeah.
has
Okay.
a story.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with an architect, and he was telling me how they did all this work in San Francisco when we're building this beautiful building. He showed me some pictures, and I'm asking him like, "Well, where's the content of this? I
Mm.
love the pictures, but where's the story behind this?" And it's almost like a light clicked off in his head, like, "Oh, I can build a story around this." Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, man, this is all content." And he was a very charismatic guy. I mean, granted, we don't necessarily work with only people that have a bunch of charisma,
Mm.
but everything has a story,
Yeah.
and that's what a lot of people in the real estate industry don't understand. Like,
Mm.
content is king, and you can make it essentially out of anything.
Yeah, that's so true, definitely. And I kind of see real estate agents as kind of like nurses, like, whoever delivers your baby, you don't say like, oh, that hospital was great. You say that nurse was great. Same with real estate agents, right? Like that's the person that sold my house, not that's the company that sold my house, or that's who I bought my house from. So you do need that like digital footprint that like creates that like personability between the person and the real estate agent, right? You need to have a brand, you need to be able to be trustworthy. And if you're on the internet these days and you have an established like, a quality brand, then you automatically have gotten so much more trust and so much more like
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
They call real estate a contact sport because
Oh,
you need to be in contact with clients, you need to be in
yeah,
contact with the public.
yeah,
You need to really resonate with someone who is looking from
exactly.
California and want to move. Why are
Yeah,
they picking you as a real estate professional? And
yeah,
a lot of realtors would think like, oh, well, I'll get the reference, but you can't live off of references. Like
yeah,
you,
no,
but it's 2023. Like you need to actually take care of your brand. And
yeah,
like, it's just insane to me that like we're the first to really dive into this
yeah.
because again, it's 2023. Like, and
It's about
I say
time.
that, yeah, I say that simplistically, but it's the statement that, hey, we have social media, we have the
Mm,
internet, we have all these things. Like, why are you not being serious and more strategic about how you move digitally
yeah,
or even physically?
yeah,
Being more creative with your marketing versus just like doing the basic
yeah.
um, of most real estate professionals. Because like at the end of the day, like what you're really competing for is time.
Mm,
Um, what's going to make someone take a few extra seconds looking at you?
yeah,
And that's where we come in. Like we create beautiful content and just give them that extra edge and like just take kind of time with a person to develop their brand and
yeah,
really where they want to be in the market and all the things.
yeah. Awesome, cool. So then, lastly, what sort of assistance would you need from our community of hustlers?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Of
So one, like and share this,
course.
and just like expand our reach, like through word of mouth, whether it's a
Mm,
real estate professional, whether it's somebody just interested in digital marketing and media services.
yeah,
and then just like keep us top of mind, whether
Yeah.
you're in tech or marketing or, really whatever your specialty,
Hmm.
always check back on our site because we are hiring and we're growing.
Hmm.
Um, and we're really just looking for really creative and, passionate individuals. Just like-minded folks.
Yeah.
I know a lot of founders, they want people around them that really emulate them. But for
Yeah.
me, um, the folks that we are looking for, they really need to. Like it's not
Hmm.
like a facade. Like you have to bring your full self and you
Yeah.
have to be ready to take risks and be creative.
Yeah.
Me myself, just to kind of give you that profile, I'm first generation here in the US,
Yeah.
dad from Montserrat, mother from, well, dad from Jamaica,
Yes.
the mom's from Montserrat.
Yeah.
Lord, when they see this, they're gonna be like, "You
Come
don't
on
know
now.
where you're from?" Like they're gonna give me, they're gonna give me the full slate. God, I hope you could cut that out. But if you can't, Mom, I'm gonna tell you right now, I apologize.
We're sorry. It was a slip of the tongue.
I know, right? But yeah, first generation immigrant.
Yeah.
So my parents, they just worked and grinded, and they had such hustle about them that is
Yeah.
very different from a lot of the things you see in the US.
Yeah.
Um, really humble beginnings and had to kind of fight and claw to get to where I'm at today. And not necessarily looking for other individuals that have walked the same path, but you need to
Mhm.
have that same type of drive behind
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Um, because as they say, real recognizes real and iron
Mhm.
sharpens iron.
Mhm.
So if you have that and you have that trust in yourself to be creative and open and take risks and like want to be a part of something that's truly innovative,
Yeah.
as we grow into the future, like, you know, we're looking for those folks
Yeah.
and definitely just like keep us top of mind.
Definitely, definitely. Awesome. So, okay, so you mentioned that you were hiring. What specifically are you hiring at the moment? Or who?
So, yes, yes. So, at the moment, we are looking for sales professionals.
Okay.
Um, Now, our sales reps, and this is kind of like our way of working.
Hmm.
So, as I said, real estate is a contact sport.
Yeah.
So, while everybody zigs, we're going to zag.
Hmm.
Everybody's looking for like the next automation to take away that human contact. We're
Mm.
not.
Yeah.
Every real estate professional that works with us, they get their own person, their own sales rep that they can call up
Yeah.
whenever they need,
Yeah.
um, to get whatever service or whatever project taken care of. So
Yeah.
we need a lot of sales reps, like an insane amount of sales reps. My the data says that to manage the full scale demand of the United States, we need to hire somewhere above 7,000 sales reps.
Woof.
So yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting way on how we're gonna do some of that, but definitely looking for sales reps.
Yeah.
Kind of takes you back to pre-internet days, when someone said like, "Oh, do you have a plumber? Do
Yeah.
you have this?" And then someone picks up the phone, they're like, "Oh, I got a guy for you." You
Yeah.
know, those are our reps. They're all of our real estate clients, guys,
Yeah.
or gals. Want to be
Mhm.
inclusive, but and that's kind of like our way of working. So if you're a sales rep out there and you're
Mhm.
looking to sell a great product that
Mhm.
essentially sells itself, we're your place. And if you're hungry and you would like to make money, again, we're definitely your place.
Awesome, awesome, cool. Well, then, thank you so much, Ransford, for your time. Thank you for indulging us in Down Money Media and giving us a taste of the real estate agent, the real estate industry. Because I know it's way deeper than what we got, but I get it and I see it, and I appreciate you breaking it
Are
down for us.
are you a homeowner?
I am not. Oh Lord, I'm trying to be.
Ah,
So soon, hopefully soon.
yes, yes. Are you doing your research?
Yeah, I kind of am, but the market's not in my favor at the moment. So I'm kind of, this side, it's a little shaky. So I'm kind of waiting to see how it goes. I'm not like rushing into it yet.
But you got to start doing your research.
Yeah, I
You
know.
got to start the research. Just start looking. Maybe go to some open houses and like really
Just getting
putz
the feel
around.
of it. I
Yeah,
will.
get
I
the
will.
feel of it.
I will. I can promise you for the new year, I can do that. I can. Let me say that. That's going to be one of my resolutions. Start getting serious about it because I
Great.
have
Well,
been procrastinating.
I'll give you something actionable. That's like
Uh-huh.
my thing. We like actionable things around here.
Okay.
So if you hit 2 to 3 open houses every weekend, I guarantee you'll find a property that you want to buy and that you realize is a very good investment.
Okay. 2 to 3.
Two to
Okay.
three.
Okay. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. It's a
It's
little
going to take a
wild.
while. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie to
it's
you.
a
It's going to
little
take a while. It's they say you need to buy or you need to look at maybe 100 properties before you can make a solid investment.
wild. Really?
Well, yeah. Well, it's going to take you maybe about 20 to 25 before you really understand the market you're buying in, um,
Mm,
what square footage is worth
yeah.
what you can get on this side of town versus the other side of town.
Yeah.
And then once you have an understanding, it'll be a piece of cake. You'll realize things are overpriced or underpriced or what you can do, and it'll all take care of itself. But the research and looking is where most people fall short. You got to
Yeah.
actually look.
Yeah, I kind of peruse on the internet, but I've never thought to myself, let me go to an open house. I don't think I'm there yet. But I can promise
Yeah,
that I will start doing that.
it's a contact thing. You gotta get in the space and
Gotta
feel it
go,
out.
yeah. You gotta go. I'll do it. I will. Okay, I'll do it. Awesome. Well, thank you again for your time, Ransford. I wish you all the best in the future. I mean, I can't wait until, Down Money Media is, out there off the tongue first, first thought after, the real estate licensing part. Um, and I wish
Yeah,
you all
we
the best
will
in
be.
the future. Yeah,
Yeah, we will
definitely.
be.
No
Like
question
our
about
team is so creative on the marketing side.
it.
The sales folks we have now, they're just insanely hungry. Yeah, I think if we keep our head on straight and just do the things that we need to do today, all
Mm-hmm.
those little things, yeah, you'll definitely see us. Don't worry
Definitely.
about that.
I'm not at all. Very, very capable, very sure of you. Awesome. We'll definitely be connecting again soon then. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Cheers.